Welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Nilas, and before we dive into the actual design for today's episode, I have a bit of an announcement. I am currently hosting a fundraising event to benefit Save the Children organization to provide humanitarian aid to the children and their families affected by the war in Ukraine. The event will be running on Saturday, the 12th of March, so it's upcoming Saturday. It's going to be on Twitch. It's at 6 p.m. Central European Time, Twitch TV/Nilas, and I'll be playing Factorio for the first time in a very long time. So I hope that you will drop by, and just for your information, the fundraiser is active, and there's a link in the description and a pinned comment, and I am already overwhelmed by the support from the community, so thank you very much everyone who has been so supportive, both in words and in monetary terms. This is something that I am passionate about, and I want to help, especially the children. So I encourage you to check it out, and if you don't feel like checking it out, that's also perfectly fine. Let's dive into, but just want to thank you for considering it at least. Thank you, and then let's dive into the design for today's episode. Alright, let's get down to business on the design part of today's episode, and we are back here on our science planet, and the objective of today is of course to expand our science template. We have built the blue, the red, and the yellow. They're all just standing here idle because I'm not going to be exporting off the planet. I'm simply consuming it at this planet, and then what naturally comes next is of course the purple science. So we're going to start this. Unfortunately, night has fallen, but that means when we get a bit further, then we'll get into the light indeed. So I'm going to start by building this one here, and we're going to start with the purple science, and we're just simply going to crack on with it and see how far we can get on this one. Might not be able to do all of it because one of the designs is kind of complicated. Well, the easy thing with this is that it is just two items. It is processors. You think that we already have processors, but we're actually going to make a new processor build, and that's probably going to be like the main thing for today. And the other one will be particle containers, critical particle broadband. Now this is the middle one, so this will be requesting also the here. That one. This will only provide local. This will only demand local, and demand local, and there. So these will go down to 5,000 and 5,000 again and 5,000. That's just how we set up our rules here. Demand and supply. Good. Interesting that. Okay. So what's going to happen here? Well, since these are going to be, we need full towers of 15, and we actually need 16 towers, so I can't build one line. That means we have to build 2 lines down. So let's build 2 lines down, and we could do this part. Don't know how long it has to go, but what we also need to be aware of is that I'll be bringing 24 inbound of the particle broadband, but I'm have to bring 42 inbound of the other part of the processors. So we're going to be stacking it to 2 to make sure we get the processors done. We're going to make sure that we get proliferator, and it has to be built right there and right there. Then we can build our science on either side here, and that has to be that, and that I think is a good location. And yeah, I think that's fine. Build it here, here, and I need outbounds as well, or return belts. I kind of actually don't like this. I kind of prefer this part here, where you go down there, and then it's the other one that comes down or comes back like this. So there's only one belt going back, which means it's also absolutely going to be constrained to 30 per second, no more no less. Actually, I don't like that. If it wants to produce more, it can produce more, or it's basically, this also means that if it for whatever reason gets stuck, then it can't really keep up again. So we want to make sure that that works. I am going to build simple inputs and outputs, in, and a simple out, and a simple out. Then we're going to build some power poles. Let's also get a single power pole in here. No, actually, I don't think we need 2 power poles, do we? Nope, 2 power poles. This could go to that location, this could go to that location, and then we're going to be stacking it up as high as we can. I'm going to call this not clipping. I mean, it's not going to be easy for those to take off, but hey, if they get it, they get it. There we go. There we go. And then we need, how many towers do we need? We need a total of 8 towers on either side, so we have or 16 towers in total. I'm gonna remove this. That one. 8 towers on either side. So that's gonna be like this. Very simple, very straightforward. And then we'll have to go into the other designs of what are we actually going to do. Now here is a very important part, and that is the last one. Well, actually not. If I was doing it on one belt and I wanted to make sure that it was fully saturated, like this one, then I have to put extra. It's actually something that's super important here to keep in mind. It's similar to Factorio. The last ones have to be able to, if they have to fill up the belt, they have to have a few extra here. Otherwise, they will simply saturate too easily. There and there and there. Good. That's done. Alright, we have the purple. Everything is done. And we have set up, we've requested. Now, all we need is just feeding it something. Well, let's do processors. Processors are interesting. And let's build processors here. Yeah, let's do that. That's probably a good place to build a processor build. That one. And now, at this processor build, it's gonna be difficult because I want to build it as in fully proliferated. That means I'm gonna have to build it in a weird way. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna start at this point. I misplaced the very first thing. I have to build it as close as I possibly can. This has to be an output. And I'm going to start by making sure that we have these containers. And then they need 2 inputs. So I'm going to get some inputs from here. This will be copper inbound. And this will be silicon inbound. Oh, let's actually make sure we have all the things. I'm going to make processors. That means iron, copper, and silicon. I am not going to get anything else. No warpers because we get that from the backside, and no proliferators because we get that from here. So these will be imported from remotely. Let's just do that. And they will be provided here. I'm not going to set these up because I don't want to start requesting anything just yet. This will be provided and that. We want to make sure that we build it correctly, and maybe I need to move it one way or the other. That one, and this will be copper. So we have these 2 items going in here. This will be a big one going down here and back again to this location. And it's really important for me to, the way I build it is, it's really complicated. This is again an output, and then I'm going to build another one. This is going to be the processor. Processors will have 2 inputs, one of them being the components we just got, and the other one being some circuits that we'll get from up here. I hope there's room for it before that one. That's why I'm cramming it in as much as possible. So I will have the output around, and it's going to go up here, and then this will, yeah, I'd like to get the, that's the output of processors. I'm gonna have to drag it out and then sort of bring it out in the top. And next thing I want to do is to say I want to build some processors or some circuits inbound, so we can take the output of the circuits here. Let's make a circuit build. Oops, that should be aligned. Circuit build like this, and circuits will require iron and copper, so I'm gonna get an iron line in, and I'm gonna get a copper line in. It's quite few materials that actually need inbound, and that means I can then drag this as the returning build of processors, because I'm not going to be able to get it as big as I want it. And let's see, this is more copper, more iron, so iron will go on the inside, iron on the inside, and copper on the outside there, and you are going to go return. That should leave us enough space to do proliferation. I will be able to proliferate there, there, here, nope, here, 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 and here. That's the proliferation taken care of, which also has to go up to the next one. So, proliferation taken care of. Now, all we need to do is figure out how deep we want this. Well, I've cheated a bit and done some calculations. If we build this 16 deep, like so, then the amount we produce will actually correspond exactly to 15 deep here because of the proliferation. And then I will need to make this one 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's great. Because I'm going to get as much as possible into this part here. And, well, I'm constraining some of my belts. For example, this one. This is going to output 2 per second, but it's proliferated, so it's speed 3. So that's going to be 3 per second. Here, times 8, that's 24. Plus the proliferation, because we get in, that means it's coming out as a belt of 30 here. This one is also, this is 16 on either side. Each of them is producing 1 every 2 seconds. So this is producing 16. Times this crafting speed 1.5, that's 24. Plus proliferation, that's 30. So again, full build out. This is the biggest we can build it, and still maintain our ratios, or our belts. Let's see, this has to go in on this belt and return all the way back here. You're gonna go in. This is the input belts, and we have a really neat design already coming up. That's gonna be here, and I'm gonna bring that all the way up to this location and bringing it home. Now then the next question is, how much is this actually producing? I can't build it any bigger with the belt capacity of 30, so we're gonna have to make do with whatever capacity we have here. That one, yes. And then we just have to see. So if I do this, I have 30 processor buildings, and they're doing 1 every 3 seconds, so that's gonna be 10. Then of course the crafting speed 1.5, that means 15, and then process proliferation, that means the whole thing here is producing 18.75. That's a really nice number. We do need 48 into this part, so we're gonna have to build 3 of these once we're done with it. So now all we need is just to put in some inputs and outputs. Isn't that a really neat design? I mean, this is probably, I mean, I know we're just sort of hacking it in here, but I am so proud of this design. I know that some time ago I was like, yeah, I don't care about proliferating processors. And the real reason was probably that, I didn't really feel like doing the design right there and then. But hey, time passes, and we are now able to do that. And we've come up with a really nice design. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like a nice number. Like 18.75 is not exactly like a perfect number that we get out. But hey, it's the biggest we can make it and still maintain sort of the size of the belts and stuff. So I'm going to do input and output. There we go. Now all I need is a few power poles. I wonder how few I can suffice with. Maybe there, and then maybe there. Yeah. And then unfortunately we are definitely also going to have one here and one here, just to make sure these are proliferate, or they are filled in. Put the power poles in, and as we done this, then we are going to actually build 3 of these. That's going to be super simple to... Oh no, don't do that. There. And where's the next one? The next one is placed... Why is this not placed the correct... There. Ah, it has to be aligned. Come on. That one. Power poles, power poles, power poles. That's a really nice build. That's okay. Apparently that was not good enough. We just build it closer. There. And there. Yep, everyone's happy. You're gonna get something in, you're gonna get something in. And it's time for us to demand all of this. Since it's going pretty far away, let's give it just a little bit of boost. And do we think it's gonna work in the first try? Psh, of course it is. Of course it is gonna work in the first try. So let's stamp it down. Okay, let's wait. Let's wait and see if it works, and then we'll conclude that it's perfect. Here it comes. All of it is going in. Let's have a look as it goes down these lines. The copper stack it to 2. Yeah, stack it to 2 is enough. And it goes in. This is not as fast. There's something wrong with the copy paste of this part. Yep. I think that's this one. There we go. Good thing we didn't copy paste it, huh? That was And now what we're monitoring is, do we have anything with a yellow dot? Yes, of course. We have half of these with a yellow dot because this one wasn't keeping up, but it is keeping up now, and that means it should be going in as needed. One thing I need to check is these are not, they're only double proliferated and not triple proliferated. I have fixed that back here. I think maybe the planet that's making this is running out of power, and because it's running out of power, it can't triple proliferate it, so we have to sort of self-proliferate it before it comes out here. It doesn't really matter much, but it's something I noticed that it's, as we start consuming this, hopefully, yeah, we can see that level 3s are coming up on the belt here. So soon we'll have the level 3s coming in. That will be good, and that means all of this will be working. It's basically working now. There's no yellow dots here, so that means everything we're building is flowing, and we have nice amounts here. And that's being transported in here. The first ones are coming in. Great. Let's get that built somewhere else. And unfortunately, you can say that this is kind of in the way. Let's see if we can build it. I'm pretty sure we can't. It's always going to complain about this. That one. It's this little one, but that doesn't matter. If that's the price we have to pay for this beautiful design, we gladly pay it. And that goes over to this. And I will now do more inbound, and we also have to make sure that I am getting that one in. And then on this side, this has to go as well. Because we need to make sure that these can actually fly. These can fly out and go grab some more or bring something in. They currently cannot bring things in, but now they can. All right, so that is 18.75 times 2, whatever the hell that is. And see, I had to do some self-proliferation here. I am going to cut. Unfortunately, I have cut you. Unfortunately, I have to cut this part. And unfortunately, I have to cut you as well. And you, because I need to stamp down my blueprint. And then we'll re-establish this one again afterwards. Yep. Goes in, goes in, goes in. And on the other side, make sure it's connected. Here. And then this needs to get some warpers. And then this is the one that is, unlike all the others, this is special. You're gonna get some here. I'll just say 200. And then I'll already build it in there. Then I am going to, oh, okay, that has to be moved then. But it's fine, we'll do it. Because if I build this proliferator, funny it doesn't want it. Yeah. And I am going to proliferate on top of it. Like this. Yeah, that's just kind of problematic. I need to be collide with other object. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get this out so we can get this proliferate up here and there and go over and go down, and then everything is fine. But this thing, that's also fine. And then all we need is the splitter here, which will go both ways. There you go. Now that has been established, and we are going over here. So we've now built 3 of these locations already. They're coming in, the copper is coming in. You're gonna go in there to pretend that something is working. And oh, output on this should be 2. Is it coming in? Yes, there's a nice boost. This is working, and this is working. So now we have actually all of the processors we need, and we also, it's okay to build a bit too much because we're going to need to build more anyway, because we need it also for the quantum chips. That will be one of the next things. Whew, well, this is going good. Now we need to build something more, and that's going to be the particle broadband. Particle broadband is going to be an absolute disaster. I am sure of it, because this... that one, and what was the last thing? That's plastic. Plastic is horrifying. Horrifyingly horrifying to build. It's the worst thing to build. There. And, well, we're going to need a lot. We're actually going to need 105 of these. 105 of those is exactly room for it if we do a single trick. And that's not a, it's not a simple trick, but it is a single trick here. The trick is that I am going to build that one out. So just watch it, and then it'll hopefully make sense in a bit. Yeah, so that's going to be input. Then we have to make sure that we get the proliferator on this location. Then might actually be a problem here. Yeah, I think there might be a problem. But let's see. Let's see. Here. That one. 2 distance, 2 distance, and then 2 distance, and then this one also 2 distance. Right. Because this will now be the output, which will then also again go all the way down there. Let's have a look at how much. This is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You can see there's not a whole lot of room left. Not a whole lot of room. And this one should of course have been the particle containers. Oh, particle broadband. There we go. And now I need to get all the other ones inbound, outbound here. That means this is going to be on this belt. And the next is the plastic that we, oops, currently don't have, but will be the next thing we want to build. Good. And then I have the return belt. Actually not. The return belt. Okay, so we need to know that we cannot do a copy paste between these. And that will be the return. All the way it goes into the back. There. Alright. And then we need to figure out how many of the rows we need. I have to take this. Yeah, this is where it gets problematic. I might not have room for the proliferator with this build. Let's try and see. Otherwise, we'll just have to move the proliferator one closer. Let's see. Please work. See, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Too close. I have to build it here. Because there's no other way to do this, as far as I can say. Because if I look at it, then I am going to have next outbound is, oops, there, which goes into, I suppose, the lower one. And then this is the output, which I'll be dragging deliberately a bit too far. And then we'll have the plastic here. And the final one, the nanotubes. And because the reason why I have to leave this open is because I need to make sure that I get warpers in there like that. Alternatively, I would have to not do that. Ah, man. I don't like this. I really don't like it. I'm not gonna lie, that this is annoying. I'll have to sort of come up with something better later on. No, I'm going to come up with something better now. I am going to decide that this is how it's done. Here. And this will then be changed to plastic. And go in here. This will be changed to that one. Go in here. That will be changed to nanotubes. That's more drones. That's nice. Let's fire up some more research. Let's fire up the research down here. We're just going to continue on this one. Yeah, there we go. That should keep us busy for a while. And there. Alright, so that means now you have to bring your own inbound as well. That's okay. Don't know why I'm doing this already now. And that means we can finally build these aligned with everything else. And that's much better. Good. They're aligned, aligned, aligned. And these two also go out. Here. And now comes the hard parts, and that is the inbounds and outbounds. Let me start by the middle ones. These are going to be consistent. This one is consistent. That one, in and in. Then this will be in and out, in and out. So that's fine. I'll copy that down there. Should be good. Inbound and outbound. And this part can then go here. That's all good. But, oops. This one can go up here. Yep, that's also good. This one is not going to work here because I have reversed the belts here. Here it will have to be in and out. So that's important. Slight difference. And then all we need to do is feed it all the way down here. Damn, I love this function. Like, it's dragging these down. Everything we want is coming in. So, almost. Yeah. Oh, I think there might be a problem with the last ones here. Are they a bit crooked? Nope, they're actually perfect. So, this is cut off. This will be the outbound. Hold on. Which ones are the outbound again? I have no idea. Okay, so that one. Go up. And then you also? Yeah. Let me check. It looks good. Good. That's how it is. And then let's get some power poles to feed all of this. Guess we'll have one in here. This is an odd number. So we want to make sure we start from this side. All right, let's stamp down some of these. And that's the power poles taken care of. Now this one is ready to go. I just need to make sure that it gets this inbound. Go all the way in. Works. And now I can start requesting things at this location. This is going to be a local provider because we are going to make the plastic on site. Unfortunately, as you can see, it doesn't exist yet. This will be requested remotely. So we will have to we'll consider that to be a basic material because it comes from a rare product, a fractal silicon. So, and this one also comes from the spiny form. So that's also going to be considered a basic product that will have centralized locations to build. And that will be sort of something we'll just always have to keep an eye on. Okay, so this, well, it's not going to work because, well, obviously it's not going to work, but we'll keep it here and then we can start working on the next part. The next part will be plastic, and we still have 2 more builds. We need to build the plastic and we need to build the oil product. And then once that's done, we should see everything coming in. Now, here is an important part as well. When the particle broadband, we built 5 times 21, and that gives us 24.6, and we need 24. So that's perfect. So if we want 24 inbound, then we need to make 19.2 plastic. 19.2 plastic is actually 50 50 plastic builds, and that will give us 20.8. So that is 50 with 50 plastic builds, and I really don't want it to take up too much space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another one of these. This will do plastic, and plastic consists of 2 things: light oil and graphite. Graphite is obviously something that'll come, don't do that, off-site, and this is something that will obviously come from on-site, and you will be putting up to 5,000. It's all good, and you will be taking down to 2 just because. Get that in. Everyone's happy with this, kind of. And then we need to look at our processors. So we need 50 of these. How the hell are we going to do this? Well, we're going to have to make some kind of build that fits. Yeah, that's kind of obvious, isn't it? First, I need to make sure that we can build it 10 deep. Let's build it here. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Let's take a look at this. There's going to be 2 inputs and 1 output. So that's going to be 2 input and 1 output, right? Yes. No. I don't like that. I'd rather have it like this. Yeah. So that this could return home. Potentially. Yes. Sweet. And what we need to do is we need to get the raw materials. They're coming here. And then this can also be a return. You know, then we'll do the same as we've done the other ones, so that there's only going to be 1 return belt. It's going to be 19, so it's not much. Now I need to make 1, 2, and then I need to make 1, and then I need to get 2 on the outbound here. So if I start from this location, and that's going to be oil on the outer belt, and then graphite on the inner belt, then this will be outbound. Then I'm going to need oil again on this belt, and then we'll have to squeeze this in. We learned previously that I can fit in 1 and still get proliferators, but I can't fit in 2. So proliferate, 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 and proliferate and proliferate. It's all good. Now this will then be plastic, and then comes the big question: can this one be 10 deep? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And then we know exactly how long these lines have to be. That one. You're going to be even further because you're going to go up to this location. Yeah. And all we need now is inputs and outputs, and they are going to be super consistent, so that is nice for once to be 2, 1, 2, and then I'll do that's consistent, and then we don't have to worry about power pole placement because there's always room for power poles when you build with chemical plants. There's never room for power poles when you build particle colliders. It's part of the name, collider. It will always collide with power poles. But this is not particle colliders. That's not until next time we have to worry about that crap. So we'll just do this. I'll be a bit sort of overly aggressive on this, I guess, just to make sure that we get all of this built. Somehow that didn't want to build the last one. Good. Everything is powered. Everything is working. All we need now is getting some proliferators inbound to this. Good. And get some power poles. That one. Oops. What if I build it? See, that's aligned with this. Then you can be aligned here. And you can be aligned there. Great. You know what? Let's just fire it up. I got these already. And we do not have the oil yet. Yeah, since this is going to be taking more than what is available than of space, then I need to let you do your own thing for that. Input and there. Input, and this oil is going to be a local oil. Local oil, yes. Which obviously is not going to be here. So again, we don't learn anything about whether it works or not until we actually move on to the next one. All right, so the next one. This is going to be the oil and also the final build of this design phase here. I'm going to build it here. This will be taking crude oil in. It'll be putting hydrogen out. That will consume anyway. And it'll take that out. That's good. And this will be now some builds. Now I did the calculations up front. We need to provide 30.72 oil, the refined oil into the plastic, and that means we have to build 2 times 26, and in order to build 32.5, which is well more than 30.78. So I need to build 26 deep, and that is a problem. But very it's possible. It's possible, but it's not easy. So we'll do this. Go all the way down, like literally all the way. And I'm gonna take a belt here. This is gonna be the light oil back, and this is going to be the hydrogen. And then I'm gonna take one more belt in, and that's gonna be here. Because if I just do 3 belts, if I do 3 across each other, then they will be conflicting when it comes to here. So if I do that one and that one, then what I need to do is I need to say you're grabbing from here, and the hydrogen, no, the light oil is on that outer one, and then the hydrogen, that's really disgusting, isn't it? Let's try it from this instead. This is going to grab the crude oil in, then it's going to output the hydrogen here, and it's going to output the light oil there. Now in the other one, it's going to grab the crude oil, output the light oil, and output the hydrogen. So I'm using all of the space available here, and then I need to figure out a way. This can actually be built pretty close, but this has the disadvantage. You can't place this up here because it's going to be too tight. And then I'm going to have to build a power pole there and there. Oh, these also need to get plasma. X-ray? No, not X-ray. Plasma. Build this. And let's do all of that part. Except this, and just stamp it down here. And the other one's going to be super close as well. And we need the power pole, and we need the power pole. And then I can do another build like this. This time include the power pole. So what do we have? We have 6, we have 10, and then we have 14, 18, 22, 24. How about that? How about that? No, 22, 26. Ah. There. Good. And that's still within the confines of our design build. So we have everything built. And I feel like an absolute idiot for building it like this. I think I misplaced it. This is the only out. Luckily, this is easier to take out. What if I build it? So it was here before. I think this is actually the right place to build it. Let's try it. Place it correctly, then it will work. And that one, and then build. Yes, brilliant. There you go. Now it starts exactly the same place as everything else starts. I mean, aesthetics, it's important. Without aesthetics, what are we? Animals. Or some sort. That's working. I am going to provide here. And I'm going to take that down to 2, just because. And we're going to get that inbound. Inbound, this is going to be glorious once it gets... This is going to be requested off-world. But it's actually also going to be requested from this world, because we do actually have it here. So I might as well start by doing this. This one can also start by doing this. And then it'll start by doing... No. This is the other way around. And now I can also do this part. This will not be providing off-world. And yeah. So as we get oil in... Why are the first ones not building? There's definitely a problem with the copy-paste here. Oh no. Yeah, there's a problem with the copy-paste. For almost all of them. Ugh. See, there's nothing outbound on this. I don't know what went wrong. This seems to work. Okay, let me fix it, and then we can see the whole thing working. Okay, so that's now fixed. All of these are built. Let's have a look at the way that it should be. I have 52, and it should then be, if I take the build of everything, I should have 52 times 3 inserters, and I do. So that's a nice way of checking. Here, we're getting a bit outbound, and let's have a look. That goes up. Goes into the oil. Of course, we're not getting like massive amounts of oil because this is all stalling. So we're going to follow the plastic once that gets picked up. And there's a plastic. We're going to wait for the plastic to come in. Oh, there is a missing power pole somewhere here. All of these blueprints, do I have to say it, will of course be available on my website. So do check those out if you want to. And then there we go. That is the first particle containers come, or the first particle broadbands coming in, and the particle broadbands are going in, and the first purple science is now built. Damn, that took a while, didn't it? But I'm happy with it. It's all of this in, yeah, let's say 40 minutes, right? Let's say about 40 minutes to build 30 purple science per second, and that means we only need another green science, and then we need the white signs, and then we have the whole template. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I will as we wrap up this one and look at the beautiful sphere that's getting even more filled up, so we can fulfill the power needs of this hungry planet. Let me mention one more time that usual, if you enjoy it, hit the like button. If you don't enjoy it, thank you for watching anyway. If you want to watch more of all of my content, then consider subscribing to keep up to date with what's coming. And I want to mention that one more time, that I have this charity event that is running on this week, and the link is in the description below, right at the top, and also in pinned comment. And of course, I'll be doing a live stream on Saturday, so if you're welcome to drop by. It's going to be a Factorio live stream, so I'm going to be streaming Factorio for the first time in almost half a year. And so do come by. It's on Twitch TV/Nilos, and it's on Saturday at 6 p.m. Central European time. So you're very welcome to come by. You're also very welcome to come by and participate and help and all that. What you're not welcome to is spew political crap. That's not why we're here. We're here to have a good time and help children in need. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the following episode. Until next time, take care and stay effective.